We want to begin tonight with a ruling from the Supreme Court that allows a sweeping Texas immigration law to go into effect for now. In a 6-3 decision, the nation's highest court said it won't block the law, known as SB 4, that gives local and state police the power to arrest and detain migrants suspected of crossing the border illegally. The federal government has been the sole authority of immigration enforcement for decades, and critics say this ruling is an affront to federal law. The case now heads back to the Court of Appeals to decide if it is constitutional or not. But in the meantime, it's a major victory for Texas and Republican Governor Greg Abbott. The White House said that they fundamentally disagree with the Supreme Court's order. And CBS's Ed O'Keefe is on the campaign trail with the president, and he'll start us off tonight from Las Vegas.
Razor wire and Texas National Guard troops along the U.S.-Mexico border reinforced tonight by the U.S. Supreme Court. Now, Lone Star State Sheriff and police departments can arrest, jail, and judges can prosecute migrants accused of illegally entering the U.S.
He's not denying illegal entry. President Biden is aiding and abetting illegal entry.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott, who's been locked in a years-long fight with the federal government over border security, last year signed what's known as the SB 4 law amid the historic increase in migrant border crossings. Today, he called the Supreme Court's ruling a positive development. The White House sought to block the law and today said it's another example of Republican officials politicizing the border while blocking real solutions. It called on Congress to pass a bipartisan border security plan currently being blocked in the House. The Supreme Court allowed the new law to take effect, but it still faces a challenge in a lower federal court. Today, conservative Justices Brett Kavanaugh and Amy Coney Barrett urged the appeals court to rule quickly. Liberal Justices Sonia Sotomayor and Ketanji Brown Jackson questioned the law's constitutionality and said it'll upend the long-standing federal-state balance of power and sow chaos. Multiple law enforcement officials tell CBS News they're already short-staffed and don't have the training from the state on how to enforce the law.
It's not like, oh, he looks illegal and we're going to put him in jail. We can't do that. You know, we can't stereotype someone, someone from Mexico and do that.
And that potential for racial profiling across Texas is what concerns migrant activists like Dylan Corbett.
It's not just against recently arriving migrants who are coming to the border today, but this really goes after Texans throughout the state.
Tonight, the Mexican government says it won't accept migrants that Texas officials try to send back under the new law. Campaigning here in Nevada, President Biden had no comment on the ruling. Coincidentally, he's headed next to the border states of Arizona and Texas. Norah?
Ed O'Keefe, thank you very much.